Good evening, students. In morning, we have learned AC circuit with RLC combination. In previous classes, we have studied what is the relation between pure R AC circuit. Phase angle is 0. In pure inductance circuit, it is 615 compared to real time 615. Current lags the voltage by 19 degree. In pure capacitance circuit, again 1215 sir. That means current leads the voltage by 90 degree. In pure resistance, phase angle is 0. In pure inductance, phase angle is 90 degree. Lag. In pure capacitance circuit, again phase angle is 90 degree. Lead. Remember sir, these are all relations we have to apply. So consider a AC series circuit with RLC combination. Let R be the resistance, L be the inductance in Henry, and C be the capacitance in farads. All are connected in series. This series combination is connected across an AC voltage source of V volts. It may be RMS value or instantaneous value as per your choice, which results the flow of RMS value of current. This current flows through the series elements is the same. In series circuit, current is same but voltage drops are different across the element. Sir, already I reviewed. In pure resistance, VR and I are in phase. In pure inductance circuit, as taking the voltage VL, current I lags, but in derivation we are taking current as reference, therefore VL leads. Don't confuse. Similarly, if you take the engine, bogie lags. If you take the reference of bogie, engine leads. Or as compared to distinction, first class lags. As compared to first class, distinction leads. Reference quantity is important. In usual manner, voltage is taken as reference. In pure capacitance, current leads. Current leads. That's why I told for inductance 615, for capacitance 1215. Easy to remember. Hence current leads the voltage by 90 degree. But here again current we are taking as reference, VC lags by 90 degree. Let VR be the voltage drop across resistance R. It should be equal to I into R. VL be the voltage drop across inductance. It should be equal to I into XL, where XL is inductive reactance. Similarly, let VC be the voltage drop across capacitance C. So VC equal to I into XC. Another two important concepts. You have to construct a voltage triangle and impedance triangle. Here, see there, OA represents VR. OA represents VR, voltage drop across resistance, and AB represents VL, voltage drop across inductance, and AC represents voltage drop across capacitance C. Here VL and VC are lagging out of 180 degree difference. One is on positive y-axis and the other one is on negative y-axis. Net difference we have to take, that is which one is greater, that difference we have to take. That means we have to subtract VC, that is from A to C, from VL drop. AC equal to BD, you subtract from A to B, you are getting D point. In such a manner, AC should be equal to BD. Hence, we are getting VL minus VC, sir. So, OD is represents applied voltage. Here not marked, you mark that. It is applied voltage V. In similar fashion, you have to draw impedance triangle. Impedance triangle VR, that is resistive drop. Same thing, OA represents resistance value. Then A to B, it is inductive reactance drop or inductive drop. Hence, it represents XL. AC, it is capacitive drop. Capacitive drop, XC. Again, you observe very clearly XL and XC are out of 180 degree phase. One is positive y axis, that is XL represents on positive y axis A to B, and A to C, it is on negative y axis, that is on XC. So, here also same thing, which one is greater, that you take the difference, that is XL minus XC. You subtract the distance of AC from A to B such a way that AC equal to BD. You are getting the D point. You are getting the D point. Then from D join to O. This represents impedance. Again, I have not represented. OD is Z. Z equal to vector sum of R and XL minus XC, where XL minus XC is also referred as net reactance. So, if derivation is asked, means in VTU examination, these all three circuits you have to draw. Let's go for derivation. Consider a AC circuit consisting with R ohms, inductance L Henry and capacitance C farads as shown in figure. This AC series combination is connected across AC voltage source of RMS value. Let V be the RMS value of applied voltage. Similarly, I be the resultant current of RMS value which is flowing in circuit. Then you mention three voltage drops. VR, voltage drop across resistance. VR equal to I into R volts. In bracket, if you want, you can mention VR and I are in phase, that is phase angle is 0. Voltage drop across L, that is VL. VL equal to I into XL volts. So, VL leads I. VL leads I by 90 degree. We have taken current as reference. Keep in mind, voltage drop across C, that is known as VC. VC equal to I into XC volts, sir. Again taking as current reference, VC lags I by 90 degree. Okay. You construct the voltage triangle. Already I explained. OA represents resistive drop VR, AB represents inductive drop VL, and AC represents capacitive drop VC. But it is observed VL and VC are 180 degree out of phase. VL represents on positive y axis and VC represents on negative y axis. Hence, these both voltages net difference should be taken, because in AC circuit the applied voltage is vector sum of all three voltage drops, sir, VR, VL, VC, but the voltage drops of VL and VC due to 180 degree out of phase, we have to take net effect. Hence, VR and this VL and minus VC should be added in vector. So, net reactive drop AD equal to AB minus AC. AB is inductive drop, AC is capacitive drop. AB minus BD. So, BD equal to AC. From the diagram you observe AC should be equal to BD. then you are getting D point. So that should be equal to AB equal to VL and AC equal to VC. So VL minus VC, because VL is greater here. In terms of current and reactance value, I into XL minus I into XC. You take I as common, inside the bracket XL minus XC. So OD represents applied voltage. The applied voltage is vector sum of VR and VL minus VC. From diagram, that is voltage triangle OD equal to under square root of OA square plus AD square. OA is nothing but VR, I into R. AD is nothing but VL minus VC, that is I into XL minus I into XC, previous explanation only. So you take the current as reference, hence V equal to I into under square root of R square plus XL minus XC square it becomes. Therefore V by I equal to under square root of R square plus XL minus XC square, which is known as impedance for a given RLC circuit. This is the last condition, sir, try to remember. Then what is the question of current, whether leads or lags? How much angle? Then we have to go for impedance triangle. You take any one relation, tan phi or cos phi, from the impedance triangle. So now I am considering tan phi. Tan phi equal to X by R general, where X is net reactance. Net reactance equal to XL minus XC, sir, divided by R. Once you are knowing the phase angle, then you frame the expression for phase angle. So phase angle equal to tan inverse X by R. If you are taking cos phi equal to R by Z, then phi equal to cos inverse of that value. After knowing the phase angle, then it becomes very easy to calculate power factor. Cos pi, already you are knowing the phase angle, cos of that value gives power factor. Also power factor equal to ratio of R by Z, where R is the resistance of circuit and Z be the total impedance of circuit. Once you are knowing the power factor, then it becomes to calculate power of the circuit, capital P equal to VI cos pi, where V is RMS value of voltage, I be the RMS value of current, cos pi be the power factor. This power expression remains same for RL, RC and RLC AC circuits. Then we have to construct the voltage and current relations. Then we have to consider instantaneous values. If the applied voltage V equal to Vm sin omega t, give the equation number 1. As compared to voltage is taken as reference, then resultant current becomes I equal to Im sin omega t plus or minus pi. It may be plus, it may be minus, equation 2. Then when you are taking plus, when you are taking minus, sir, you observe following 3 conditions. In RLC given series circuit, if XL is greater than XC, then negative sign is used. Hence, current lags the voltage by an angle of phi. So, if XC is greater than XL, other side, if XC is greater than XL, positive sign is used. Hence, current leads the applied voltage by an angle of phi. Last condition, if XC equal to XL, both reactances are going to cancel, then circuit behaves like a pure resistance. phase angle is 0, voltage and currents are in phase. This is asked number of times in examination. What we have drawn voltage triangle and impedance triangle. It is for first condition. XL is greater than XC. Therefore, VL is also greater than VC. Getting the idea? Then vector diagram changes for XC is greater than XL. You draw the diagram, XC is greater, XL is smaller. Similarly, VC is greater, VL is smaller. Then difference is VC minus VL. That is the becomes. Then we have to see one simple VTU question paper problem. A voltage of 200 volts is applied to a series circuit consisting of a resistor, an inductor and a capacitor. The respective voltages across these components are 170 volts, 150 volts and 100 volts, and the current is 4 ampere. Find the power factor of the circuit. So, first you identify the given circuit. There is no doubt RLC circuit, hence we are knowing the impedance Z equal to under square root of R square plus XL minus XC square, second step. Now, what is the given, sir? R, L, C values are not given, but voltage drops are given. Voltage drop across resistance, that is given 170 volts. You mark there. Voltage drop across L, it is given 150 volts. That also mark. Voltage drop across capacitance also given 100. Then you write respective drops below that. So, current value is given 4 ampere. Applied voltage is given 200 volts. First you consider voltage drop across R, that is VR. VR equal to 170 volt is given. This VR is also equal to I into R. I into R equal to 170, but I is available 4 ampere. Then you calculate resistance value. We are getting 42.5 ohms. Put the block. Then you go for voltage drop across the inductance L. This value is given, sir, 150 volts. This VL drop is also equal to I into XL. Therefore, I into XL equal to 150, sir. Then it is possible to calculate XL, 37.5 ohms. Then similarly, you go for voltage drop across capacitance. It is given 100 volts. Therefore, VC equal to I into XC. It is equal to 100 volts. Again, current is 4 ampere. Go for XC value. Go for XC value, sir. XC equal to 25 ohms. Once you are knowing the R, XL and XC, then go for calculation of total impedance of circuit. Z equal to under square root of R square plus XL minus XC square. You substitute the values, calculate the impedance. Z equal to 44.3 ohms. Question asked is power factor of the circuit. Then you are knowing impedance of the circuit, you are knowing resistance of the circuit. Then from impedance triangle, cos pi equal to ratio of R by Z. You substitute the values, go for calculation 0.96. This is one type of problem, sir. So here you can practice. XL value you are having, XC value also you are having. You assume F equal to 50 Hz, sir. All of you calculate L and C values. L and C values, that is second problem. Another problem, it is also asked in VTU question paper and BLD Engineering College in tests. both problems are very important. A series circuit with R equal to 10 ohms, L equal to 50 millihenry, C equal to 100 microfarad is supplied with 200 volts, 50 hertz. Find impedance, current, power factor and power. Sir, there is no doubt given circuit is again RLC circuit. Draw the diagram. What are the things are given? Write down. It is just reverse to previous problem where R, L, C values are now given. You write down. Again main aim is to calculate impedance. Main aim is calculate impedance. Already you are knowing impedance of RLC circuit is Z. Z equal to under square root of R square plus XL minus XC square. R value is equal to 10 ohms. No problem. Then you start with inductance. What is the inductance value given, sir? 50 millihenry. While calculating, you always convert into Henry. This is only accidental point. 50 into 10 to 4 of minus 3. What you are doing? You are hurry. There is no time to differentiate between millihenry and Henry. Hence you are not converting, then problems goes wrong. This only strategy. See there. Henry kottaru, millihenry kottaru. Clearly you can observe. If it is millihenry, first your duty is to convert into Henry. All of you listen very carefully. Hence inductive reactance XL equal to 2πfL. Again L should be in Henry. F should be frequency. We are getting XL 15.7 ohms, sir. Then capacitance value, second accidental factor. It should be always in farads. It should be always in farads. Given value is 100 microfarad. 100 into 10 to 4 of minus 6 farads. Be careful. Hence capacitive reactance XC equal to 1 divided by 2πfC. C should be always in farads. Take the care. So 2πfC 100 into 10 to the power of minus 6. We are getting as 31.8 ohms. Then impedance of circuit, because we are knowing R value, we are already calculated XL and XC, then substitute in impedance expression. So Z we are getting 18.9 ohms. Once you are got the Z, next what is asked, you go for current in the circuit, I equal to V by Z in general. So calculate that. RMS value of voltage is given, RMS value of current you are getting 10.55 ampere. Next question he asked is power factor. You are knowing R value, you are knowing Z value, therefore power factor of the circuit, ratio of R by Z, 0.527. It is not phase angle, sir. If he asked phase angle, again phase angle equal to cos inverse of 0.527 angle. This is power factor. Try to understand. Always power factor value is less than 1. Keep in mind. Very happy point. Very happiest point is power factor is maximum means 1. Phase angle means it varies 0 to 360 degree. Try to understand with real words. Always power factor is 0 to 1. 0.1, 0.2, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7, 0.8, 0.9, last value is 1. And power consumed, it is well known fact in AC circuit, power consumed P equal to VI cos pi. So RMS value of voltage, RMS value of current, then power factor. Substitute all the values, sir. So we are getting 1.1 kilowatts. This is the way try to understand. So in these problems only you can change some L and C values and check, practice, or how much depth of question they may ask. In the next question they may ask active power. This is only active power. Calculate reactive power. Sir, what is the reactive power? Q equal to Pi sin pi. And apparent power. Apparent power equal to V into I. Sir, second set of problem. Try to understand what they asked. You have to answer. So this power is also called active power, true power, or simply power. Getting the idea, all of you? To understand and practice, go on writing, remember the units. Thank you to one and all.